Rock's eyebrow. Good evening on this increasingly dark, hot, sticky, uncomfortable early summer, early June. This is Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, probability-based trading alert and the Rock's eyebrow. You can Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made computer software, probability-based trading system, and technical analysis and company philosophy, as I'm your most trusted source in blockchain technology and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates here on YouTube and in the cryptocurrency sphere as Old Vincenzo. That's right, me, Old Vincenzo, has brought back truth, yes, and integrity into the trading market, right? And as we look at a quick update, as I'm at work, still on 12 hours, so we have a limited amount of time, and I was extremely busy this morning as we have 30 people here today, so I had an extremely busy morning. But you can see we diagnosed, sniffed out, detected this beautifully, out ahead of the competition, out ahead of the trading world, and out ahead of the market manipulators and the criminal gangster cartel that have infiltrated the trading market in order to knock down and beat down the retail trader into a state of submission and government dependency, right, and keep you spinning your wheels. But you can see as we identify what was going on here, out of the symmetrical triangle, we got into this rising channel, upper resistance, little fake out, and then we diagnosed this as not liking it, and it was going to break down, and we had an underneath target at the bottom part of this support, right? And then that's where we would have to watch to see if it could hold, right? And you can see it broke right down to that line. Have moved these lines. None of this. Yeah, you know, you can watch any of these videos. This chart stays the same. I just moved price action along with the time, because the time goes that way, right? In the past, back there. And then we just, as we break out of something like that, we just dim it down and make it smaller. And then as we're in something, we highlight what we're in now, right? But we never change anything. And we came right down to here, right onto this blue circle, blue fib circle, and then a rising channel support. We hit that beautifully just above the 200-day in the 3-hour time frame. Bitcoin price action. The simple, easy moving averages to use for a technical trading chart. 3 moving averages. I like the 200 in green, the 100 in blue, and the 50 in red. And then I like the volume. And then I put the mean of the volume so I can see where the mean is, because that's important, right? And then I throw some fib circles on there, and then my fixed volume range profile, right? 4 super simple, easy indicators to use to help you predict this, to help you technically predict this trading market, and to take your emotions out of trading and to sidestep and audible the criminal gangsters that are out here to manipulate the market. And you can see we did bounce off that beautifully. The volume is not overly impressive. So what I think is going on here is you're just going to come up, probably hit this, maybe get up into this area again, and then you're going to come back down, and then to me, this has all the signs of it topping out. The bullish momentum, even though there really wasn't a lot of volume across the board that allowed some of these coins to pop, I feel that's coming to an end, and you need to be very cautious about anything you're in, because there's going to be big falls to come, and your first immediate drop would be $36,000, because that's where major your fib circles are connecting down there, right? So that's what I would watch out for. The Dogecoin, our trade's not doing horribly right now. We're still up because we bought down here at support last week, so we're slightly up. But this too, and your sell zone should be the 200-day in the 3-hour time frame or the 4-hour time frame, and you can see that's going to be right about where we bought in at. It is, and it's just above where we bought in at. And in the 3-hour time frame, if you break the 200-day, that's your sell zone, right? You would sell in the profit, because we bought, you would be just slightly in the profit, but this looks like you could be having a left shoulder, a head, and maybe a right shoulder developing. And if you do, if that's what this is, any head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, you would say on this next push up, you would get rejected right there where this blue line is, right? We're going to make that smaller, and then we're going to make that a fancy little light blue. You would say that's about where you would get topped out, because that's where the left shoulder would be. And then you would say, how do you figure out a technical target, where you'd go from the top of the head to where your neckline would be, which would be about right there. and then you pull it down to the point of a breakout, and that gets you right down here in a zone that we think you're probably going to have to come back down to, and that's the bottom part of this falling channel that you've been in. If this is indeed a little mini head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, then you'd be coming to back test this 11-cent mark, right, where you bounced off of last time. So we're going to keep an eye on that, because that could be an important development here over the next few days. And Dogecoin, if you're in this trade with me, that's your sell zone, the 200-day, and then your upper sell zone for profit is at 19.5 to 20 cents. So we'll keep an eye on that. As we scroll into here, we don't want that. We want here. We can go into XLM. You can see it's starting to top out up here too in XLM. And what I'd be watching out for is, you can obviously see what we have going on here, right? It's another mini rising channel, but you got major overhead resistance about where you're at now, but even more major right there. See all that? And that's topping you out at that 21.5 cents. That's why we had that arrow there. And if you're in a trade in this and you bought it down here at the dip, right, and you don't want to sell yet because you're playing for it to go higher, in a 3 or 4 hour time frame, if you break this 200-day moving average in green, that would be my sell zone. And the 200-day moving average currently, we'll just pull this one down, is at 20 cents even. So if you break 20 cents, I would have a sell zone, because I would be selling out of my position and taking my profit, because you'd be coming back down to the 16 cent fairly quickly. XRP, another phenomenal call, as we came up to that upper target in our symmetrical triangle that we did not break out of, right? And we went over what a symmetrical triangle is. I get a lot of questions on this. A symmetrical triangle, its definition is you must have descending upper resistance, right? So lower highs, high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? And then you have to have uptrending support, lower or higher low, higher low, higher low, dip down and a fake out, higher low, right? That's a symmetrical triangle. Descending upper resistance, uptrending lower support, and then it forms this symmetrical triangle, and they call it symmetrical because it's symmetrical with itself. The base is at a 90-degree angle, straight up and down, and then you form a triangle as you come up and out into the future, and then you come down and out into the future, right? That's why it's a symmetrical triangle. You notice that? Now, if you wanted to know what a rising wedge compared to a symmetrical triangle, because they're very similar, a rising wedge is the same thing, but it looks like that. See that? See how it looks? That's what a rising wedge looks like. It's got uptrending upper resistance. See that? See the big difference? Symmetrical triangle has descending upper resistance. A rising wedge has uptrending upper resistance. And then a symmetrical triangle has uptrending lower support with descending upper resistance. So it forms that 90-degree angle at the mouth. See that? And then a rising wedge has uptrending upper resistance and uptrending support. And then it looks like it's pointing at the sky. See that? That's a rising wedge. Now, if you wanted to know what a falling wedge looks like, it's the same thing, just the opposite way. See this? This is what a falling wedge looks like. Same thing. It's got descending upper resistance and descending lower support. So you notice the big difference. This is a little trading. This is a technical trading course for free for beginners, sponsored by Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing Jabroni Killers. And this is the kind of stuff I'm going to start posting in classes on there for all my Jabroni Killer members. But this is a brief how to identify the correct pattern. Symmetrical triangle, descending lower support, uptrending lower upper resistance, right? Or descending upper resistance, ascending or uptrending lower support is a symmetrical triangle right here, right? See that? A rising wedge is uptrending upper resistance and uptrending lower support, and it looks like this. A falling wedge has descending upper resistance and descending lower support. Notice that? See that? So there's a little simple technical trading class for beginners right there, and I'm going to start uploading that for members of Jabroni Killers, and that's the kind of super simple, easy explanations you're going to get on there, so everybody can follow. And now that you know that you're in that symmetrical triangle, on a breakout or a fake up, that's why we have that $1.16 target, and we have a late summer target of 19 cents, because that's your technical targeted move out of a breakdown, right? And I think you're going to break down out of this eventually, even if you have a fake out up to the upside. But that's how we knew that once you came up here, you were probably going to get topped out. And we told everybody up here to be very cautious, as this is resistance, is where you'd want to sell. You buy here, like we talked about back when we had buy alerts out on early to mid-March, about the 7th to the 15th. We had multiple buy alerts for multiple coins, and we said this would be where you would sell, and then see if it comes back and back test, and then you could reload up here if you're playing a breakout the other way, right? But it's coming down beautifully like we thought. It's trying to get some footing now, but it's been trading down just like we thought it would, and we kept you out ahead of that, right? And you can see that now, but I don't like the looks of that. See this right here? This could come up and squeeze up and maybe retest and then fall, but anytime you see a big drop off and then it starts to do this, it's just telegraphing it's eventually going to lose it all, and it's going to have to give it all back. So I'd be very cautious on XRP right now. But we'll keep an eye on this, and I'll keep an eye on everything. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love. Peace and love.